Shalom, everybody. Shalom, shalom, shalom. And this is your brother KhazaqYah. I'm going to talk to you about something that a lot of people are not aware of. We are in the month that the world calls June, and just a few days from here, the whole world is going to be celebrating Independence Day, right? And their independence is based off of the United States declaring independence from the Kingdom of Britain, okay? And so on that Independence Day, they have celebrations. People have a day off from work. You know, businesses are closed down. They have exhibits and fireworks and different things all across the nation. On the 4th of July, we call it 4th of July, the whole world is going to be celebrating Independence Day. And so I'm going to give you a reference of where they got the idea of Independence Day and the idea of the fireworks, where they all came from. Did you know it was in the Bible? I hear you talking now. So, brother, where you get that from? You deceived. We're gonna show you. And we're gonna show you who's deceived, or who's deceived, who's not, right? You know, Revelation does say Satan deceived the whole world, didn't he? Satan deceived the whole world. So if the whole world is doing it, then the whole world's deceived, right? There's a spiritual undertone that the Independence Day is declaring independence from the Most High and His law. We're not under the law no more. We're under grace. Okay, that's really the undertone of what it really all boils down to. Okay, so now if we go to Exodus chapter 19, and if we read the first 6 verses, we get that call. The Messiah said, some were called. No, the Messiah didn't say that. I said, some were called, some were sent, some just put in their coats and went. But the Messiah said, few were called, right? Many called and few were chosen. Okay, all right, okay. But I said, some were called and some were sent and some just put in their coats and went. Right? That's my line. All right. But anyway, but the Most High gave the call to the nation of Israel. This is what He said to the nation of Israel. Out of all the people on the face of the earth, He chose this specific family, who we call tribes. Right? We don't use those terminologies no more. People in the land of Africa still say tribes, but everybody else don't use the word tribe no more. But the Most High used tribe. Okay. The one tribe on the face of the earth, which was from the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and his son Yaakov, whose name was changed to Israel, or Yahsharal, right? Okay. So the Most High, a descendant of Yahsharal, or Israel, or Jacob, was the prophet Moshe, or Shemaiah. Brother Josiah gave us that. All right. The Most High said in verse 19, verse 1, He says, in the 3rd month, when the children of Yahsharal were going out of the land of Egypt. Okay? Now, what are we talking about? The 3rd month, right? Okay, we're setting you up. You don't know you're being set up. Touch your neighbor and say, you don't know you're being set up. In the 3rd month, when the children of Israel were going forth out of Egypt, Yah the same day came into the wilderness of Mt Sinai. So now, the 1st month is the new year, right? So the 3rd month would be what? The Feast of Shabbat or Feast of Weeks, third month. So this happened during the time where we're in now, the season of the time where we're going into the climax, which is the 50th day. This is when this occurred. Didn't know that, did you? Okay, so in the third month, when the children of Israel were going out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. For they were departed from Rephidim and were coming to the desert of Sinai, and had pitched in the wilderness, and there came before the mount, right? Moshe went up unto Yah and called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Yaakov, and tell the children of Yahsharal, You have seen what I did to the Egyptians, and how I bore you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice, indeed, and keep my covenant, then you shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all the people, for all the earth is mine. And you shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words you shall speak unto the children of Yahsharal. Okay, now we're going to continue reading. So that was the call to the nation of Israel on this season that we're in now, the Feast of Weeks. He called them during the Feast of Weeks and told them, obey this, and then you'll be a king priest, right? Because it's prophetic, because the Most High, the day of Shabbat is what it means. Wah means breath and life. So the Christian church calls it the day of the outpouring of the Spirit. That's where they get that from, but they're correct. It actually is a day of outpouring of the Spirit. But it wasn't just that one occurrence. It was a continual occurrence, but it was a foreshadow of the, and I don't want to get to my lesson for tomorrow, but but it was a foreshadow of things to come. Can I get a witness? All right. Okay, so the children of Israel, the Most High told them to do that. Okay, now Moshe, I'm gonna skim through a little bit here. So Moshe called the children, the elders, and they came up to the mountain. Okay, let's skip down to verse 9. And Yah said to Moshe, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak thee, and believe thee forever. And Moshe told the words unto the people of Yah. So what did the Most High do right there, right? He appeared in the cloud. Something about the cloud, that's the Most High's limousine. The cloud, right? But he said, I'm not gonna let the people see me, but I'm gonna let the people hear me so that they can know that I have chosen you. So there will be no discrepancy, no question about who I call to be the leader, right? So he said, let me read it again. And Yah said to Moshe, Lo, I come to thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with you and believe you forever. And he said, so that's the Most High. The Most High said, I'm coming so that everybody in Israel, la-di-da-di, everybody can hear me speak to you, to know that you are the one that I've called, right? Okay, let's continue. And he said, and be ready against the third day, for the third day Yah will come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai. Come down in that cloud. Okay, we're going to see what happened here, right? Right? And be ready against, okay, I read that. And thou shalt set bounds unto the people round about, saying, take heed to yourself that you go not up to the mountain, nor touch the border of it. Whosoever touches the mountain shall surely be put to death. Now, so what did the Most High tell Moshe to do? Put borders around. What they do in the fireworks? They block off where the people are going to be sending the fireworks off. They put borders around it so the people won't get close to the fireworks. That's what the Most High told them. That's right in the book. Isn't that what they do with the fireworks? They put the borders around so people can't get there. Because Most High said, put the border around it, right? Put the border around it. Where am I at? He said, set bounds unto the people round about, saying, take heed to yourself that you go not up to the mountain, or touch the border of it. Whoever touches the border shall surely be put to death. Right? What was he warning them about? He's about to have a fireworks. And there's going to be some gases and things of that nature that their bodies can't contain. You got to see this thing. I saw this years ago, and I was like, wow, that's detail. Okay, all right, let's continue. There shall not a hand touch it, but you shall surely be stoned or shot through. How they going to be shot through? The fireworks will shoot right through you. The gases and the things that the explosive devices that are there shoot right through you, right? All right, let's continue. He says, whether it be beast or man, it shall not live. When the trumpets sound long, they shall come up unto the mountain, right? Okay, now, that's the one thing that they haven't really, to my knowledge, and I could be wrong, that they haven't mimicked the trumpet sound. Now, how do they acknowledge? I guess they use a loudspeaker to tell everybody they announce that they're going to do the fireworks. I guess that's the trumpet. I guess that'll be the indication of welcome to 2019 fireworks. That's the trumpet. Okay, so all right, there you go. So the Most High said, when you hear the trumpet, where was I at? When the trumpet soundeth long, they shall come up to the mountain. And Moshe went down from the mountain unto the people and sanctified the people that they wash their clothes, right? All right, moving on. Let's skip down. Let's go to verse 17. This is Exodus 19:17. And Moshe brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with Yah. And they stood at the nether part of the mountain. So they stood far enough away, just like you said, right? And the Mount Sinai was altogether on smoke. You got to get the visual and see this. Mount Sinai was on smoke, right? And there ascended as the smoke of a furnace. So that's what happens when those fireworks go up. It starts out as a smoke and it goes up, right? And watch what happens here. So it said, where was I here? And Mount Sinai was altogether on smoke. This is verse 18. Because Yah descended upon it in a fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace. And the whole mount quaked greatly. Now, they couldn't explain a fireworks back then because the technology wasn't where we are today, but that's what it was. Verse 19, and when the voice of the trumpet sounded long and waxed louder and louder, right? So in other words, those fireworks, the sounds it made, it sounded like a trumpet to them, right? It said it sounded long and waxed louder and louder. And Moshe spoke, and Yah answered him by voice. And Yah came down upon Mount Sinai on the top of the mount, and Yah called Moshe up to the top of the mountain, and Moshe went up. And Yah said to Moshe, go down and charge the people lest they break through unto Yah to gaze, and many of them perish. And let the priests also which come near to Yah sanctify themselves, lest Yah break forth upon them. Right? Okay, now let's read the last two verses, and then we're going to bring it to a close. And Moshe said to Yah, the people cannot come up to the Mount Sinai, for thou chargest us, saying, set bounds about the mount and sanctify it. And Yah said to him, away, get thee down, and thou shalt come up, thou and Aharon, or Aaron, with thee, but let not the priests and the people break through to come up unto Yah, lest he break forth upon them. So Moshe went down unto the people and spake unto them. Okay, so Moshe went down and spoke to the children of Israel. Okay, now we go to chapter 20. Everybody knows chapter 20 is the Ten Commandment chapter. I am Yah, thy Elohim, brought thee, right, Out of the land of Egypt thou shalt have no other. At the house of bondage thou shalt have no other deities before me. Right? Thou shalt not make unto thee graven image likeness of things in heaven above or the earth beneath or water under the earth. Right? We're gonna skip past all that. You all read it in your own personal time. You know what the Ten Commandments, what we call the Ten Commandments says. Let's skip down. Now, verse 18. After he goes through all of that, and all the people saw the thunderings and lightnings and the noise and the trumpet and the mountain smoking, and when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. So they saw the fireworks, but see, here's the thing, the fear hit them. The fear gripped them because after he told them what was required of them, and they was like, wow. After they saw the thunder, the lightning, that's what it said. They saw the thunder and the lightnings and the noises of the trumpet. So they saw the thunders, you know, when the fireworks goes off, it makes a thunderous sound, right? It makes smoke, right? And it is loud. So it says when the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking, and when the people saw it, they removed it still far off. And they said to Moses, speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not Yah speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said to the people, fear not, for Yah is come to prove you, that his fear may be before your faces, that you sin not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto a thick darkness where Yah was. So that was the first fireworks. When Israel was declared an independent people from Egypt, from the slavery of Egypt of 400 years, that was the Independence Day celebration. But the Most High gave them, he said, now that I brought you out, here's your commitment to me. They wasn't ready. They wasn't ready. Just like today. People find out that you tell them that you Israel, they're like, what you mean I'm Israel? Because that means it's something required of you. If you're an Israelite, something is required of you. The people, before they saw the thunder and the lightning, they was all for it. Yeah, we're gonna be a priest nation, king. Yeah. They're like, yeah, we're gonna be ruling earth. So this is what they said. I must have missed it. I don't know how I missed it. All the people answered. Okay, verse 7 said, and Moshe came and called for the elders of the people and laid before their faces all the words which Yah commanded them. And all the people answered together and said, all that Yah hath spoken we will do. And Moshe returned the words of the people to Yah. He saw the people's in agreement. They ready for this covenant. And then when you get to chapter 20, when he gave the constitution of Israel, he said, oh, if you're gonna be this priest, this is all these things you can't do. They're like, wait a minute. We can't do this. We can't do that. We can't be like the other nations. We can't worship other gods. We can't eat swine. We can't eat shrimps and crabs and lobster. We can't celebrate Halloween, and we can't put a Christmas tree up in our house. Oh no, we ain't down with that. We didn't know it was coming with all of them strings. So they said, look, we ain't ready. And then after they saw the thunder and the lightning, this was a celebration, because most of them was like, y'all agree y'all gonna be the covenant children of the earth? Oh man, let's have a celebration. He's about to break out the fine drinks and everything, because this is Feast of Yahsharal. He's about to break out the strongest drinks. He's about to celebrate, have a showdown. But the people was like, oh no, we can't do that. We under grace, brother. That's what they say today. We're not under that law, man. That law's cruel. You know, we under grace now. We saved by grace, man. Jesus paid it all. All we gotta do is just believe in Jesus. We can't keep that law. The law's cruel. But yet, when the state trooper pull you over, ask you, can I see your license and registration card? Oh, we're not under the law, Mr. State Trooper. We can't keep that law. I don't have the registration because we can't keep all these laws y'all got. They don't tell a state trooper that, do you? But when it comes to Most High says, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not what? Covet, right? They steal us, the government that we're under steals us from our wages. They overtax us. And wonder why the economy is getting worse and worse, because they overtaxing the people so that the people that's up top can stay on the top. But that's a whole nother lesson. But so that's what happened. So the children of Israel on Independence Day, the Most High wanted to fellowship and celebrate with them their freedom. But he told me, so this is what you got to do. This is your end of the deal. Since I brought you out of captivity, this is what I require for you. And they said, oh no, we can't do that. You can speak to Moshe, and we'll hear whatever he got to say. And that's what the people do today. The same spirit of today. You know, my pastor, he's the Bible scholar. Whatever my pastor teaches, that's what I follow. But that's all I got on this subject. So. We'll come back and we'll do what I said. It was another part I was gonna do, wasn't it? But we'll come back probably tomorrow and we'll complete our sharing on the feast of Shavuot. Until next time, may the blessing of Most High Yah be with you and your family. Shalom, shalom, shalom.